Thermal transduction principle. In diagnostic biosensor, thermal transduction principles are also used. The thermal transduction principles are based on calorimetry. It means that you have to determine the temperature before and after the recognition process, biorecognition process, because the biorecognition process is relied on generating heat. If there is a temperature difference, then we can determine if there is a target molecule is detected or not. It means that we are looking for temperature change before and after the biorecognition process. The thermal biosensor typically use thermistor. What are thermistors? Thermistors are temperature dependent resistors, and these temperature dependent resistors are used as detector unit. The first thermal biosensor, which was introduced uh, earlier, was called enzyme thermistor. We can increase the performance of a thermal biosensor by coupling an enzyme with the transducer. There are several enzymes which can generate energy during the process of catalysis, and these exothermic reactions could create a temperature difference. That is why these enzymes, a number of enzymes, were studied or considered for producing the thermal biosensor. Here you can see a list of the enzymes that are able to generate huge amount of energy. For example, catalase, the substrate is hydrogen peroxide and it can produce 100 kilojoule of energy per mole. Glucose oxidase, the substrate is glucose and it can produce 80 kilojoule per energy per mole. Penicillinase has the substrate, acts on the substrate penicillin G and it generates 67. Urease acting on urea can generate 61 kilojoule. Cholesterol oxidase acting on cholesterol can generate 53 kilojoule. Urease acting on uric acid can generate 49 kilojoules. Invertase, an enzyme that acts on table sugar, that is sucrose, and it produces 20 kilojoules. Trypsin, that is a protein enzyme, it acts on peptides and can produce 10 to 30 kilojoules of energy. Similarly, amylase, the starch, it acts on starch and produce the small fragments and glucose units. It produces 8 kilojoule, while the chymotrypsin, it acts on esters and produce 4 to 16 kilojoules. So you have an idea that there are enzymes which can produce reasonable amount of energy, of heat energy, and if this enzyme is coupled with a thermistor, we can see the temperature difference and they can increase the sensitivity of the thermal biosensors. Here is an example of thermal biosensor. In this case, the enzyme is used is tyrosinase, and this enzyme is immobilized on the transducer. And you can see in this slide that there are two thermistors. One is before the biorecognition process passing through this transducer, and once this passes through this transducer, there is another thermistor, and the temperature difference between the two thermistor tells us about the biorecognition process. If there is a temperature difference, it means that the target molecule is detected, because the tyrosine molecule will generate energy when it's bind with its target molecule, and that energy could be used as a signal or considered as a signal for the detection of a target molecule. So there are some advantages and disadvantages of using thermal transduction principle. First advantage is that it is label free, that you don't have to use any other enzymes or any other nanoparticles with this sample. But the thermal biosensor are rarely used in biosensing processes, because there are certain non-specific temperature changes, and if there is a temperature change that could not be controlled, for example due to dilution or solvation energy, then it will be added to the noise, and if you have high noise, then the performance of the diagnostic biosensors could not be relied. So that is why these thermal biosensors are not very popular or not generally used in diagnostic biosensor.